So good evening, everybody. For those who don't know me, my name is Vanessa Davies, and I'm the Director General of the Bar Standards Board. I'm going to just go through a little bit more detailed background to our discussions this evening. Now, our latest diversity statistics show that some progress has been made in improving diversity at the bar in recent years. You can see, for those of you who can see the detail of this table, that there's absolutely no shortage of black and minority ethnic students joining courses as students seeking admission to the bar. And at the pupilage point, at 16%, the number of black and minority ethnic pupils now broadly reflects the population of the UK as a whole. But there's still much to be done to make sure that the ethnicity of the senior bar truly reflects the society it serves, that there are no barriers to progress all the way up to QC level, and that black and minority ethnic barristers have equal access to all parts of the bar, including those which tend to generate higher levels of income. Now, those figures for pupilage don't tell anything like the whole story or give us anything more than a very broad brush picture. We, as the regulator, need to understand a great deal more. Some of you may have seen our recently published research on differential attainment, and that showed that non-white students and candidates with lower socioeconomic status are still less successful in obtaining pupilage than white students with similar prior educational achievement. Put very simply, if you've got an Oxbridge first and you are white, you are much more likely to get a pupilage than if you have the same qualifications and are not white. We need to understand much better the detail of that in order to understand why that might be the case and to work out what action we should be taking. Now, there's a sheet containing a bit more detailed statistical information on each of your tables this evening, and that hopefully will serve as a little bit of an aide-memoire and a prompt for discussions. But I hope those discussions will also flush out more ideas that you have got for the sorts of analysis that we could and should be doing to get that detailed understanding that I've referred to, and that will necessarily inform our future collective action. We are very committed at the BSB to working with the profession in these quite difficult and sometimes sensitive areas. And having courage to say difficult things where they need to be said is what the public and the profession have a right to expect from the regulator. We must, of course, acknowledge some of the really important work already being undertaken by, for example, the Bar Council and the Inns of Court to help address issues of access to the profession. The outreach work done by both, and, for example, the scholarships offered by the Inns to help attract black and ethnic minority candidates to the bar are obvious examples. Many of you will be familiar with our Future Bar Training Programme. That offers us a significant opportunity to make some progress, to think about what we should be doing, but we also need to think beyond those early years of practice. So I'd encourage you to think about that in your discussions as well this evening. Finally, before we move on to listen to our two excellent guest speakers this evening, I'd just like to perhaps suggest a few points about our discussions that will follow. Firstly, the BSB won't shy away from saying what the evidence tells us on this topic, no matter how difficult the message might be to say or indeed to hear. So we urge you to do likewise in your discussions this evening. This is what they call a safe place for you to express your thoughts this evening. It's very much a kind of Chatham House rule. Nobody will be attributed in any reports of what they say. You should note, for example, that our video recording equipment at the back is focusing only on the speakers and will not be focusing on the discussion and the Q&A. That also means that if you are tweeting this evening, please respect the privacy of other people in the room when you do so. You'll see some of our staff writing notes this evening in addition to Alison. That's so that we can really capture what you're saying and that ultimately we can contribute that to the publication of a report about this evening. Rest assured that all the comments that you've made that we capture will be completely anonymized as far as any wider publication is concerned. We really do need to hear what you've got to say tonight. But as Amit has made very clear to us at the beginning, we don't want this to be just another talking shop about race equality. We're determined to convert some of your ideas and suggestions into a concrete action plan that the BSB and the bar together can work on over the months and years ahead. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the evening, and I hope you also look forward as much as I do to hearing what our guest speakers have to say. Amit is now going to introduce them. Thank you.